The next topic is structure of the D plus glucose. There are different facts which can support the structure of the D plus glucose. Let us take them one by one. The first one is the molecular formula of the glucose. The molecular formula of glucose is established by the elemental analysis, which is done for carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and molecular weight determination studies, which can suggest the formula for glucose, that is C6H12O6. Second is the presence of aldehyde group. Glucose can react with hydrogen cyanide to give glucose cyanohydrine, and with hydroxylamine it can give an oxime, and with equimolar quantity of phenylhydrazine it can form phenyl hydrazone. These reactions indicate the presence of carbonyl group in the glucose molecule. Similarly, on the mild oxidation with bromine water, glucose gives gluconic acids, which is a monocarboxylic acid containing the same number of carbon atoms as glucose. So this shows that carbonyl group present in glucose must be aldehydic group. So these are the reactions which can showing the presence of an aldehyde group in glucose molecule. Then reaction showing the presence of 5 hydroxyl group. Glucose react with 5 mole of acetic anhydride to form the glucose pentacetate. This reaction show that the glucose containing 5 hydroxy group in its molecules. As glucose does not lose water readily, so each hydroxyl group must be attached to a different carbon atom. So glucose can get converted into pentacetate. Then nature of the hydroxyl group. In case of oxidation of glucose with nitric acid, it can yield glucaric acid, which is a dicarboxylic acid with the same number of carbon atoms as glucose. Since the aldehyde group present in the glucose can be account for the formation of only one carboxylic group, the other carboxylic group must have been formed by the oxidation of primary alcoholic group. This shows that the 5 hydroxyl group present in the glucose and one of must be primary alcoholic group. Then similarly, the presence of an aldehydic and 5 hydroxyl group in a glucose is further confirmed by the fact that on the reduction with sodium amalgam and water, glucose is changed into sorbitol, which form a hexaacetate with acetic anhydride. So these are the various reactions which will showing the presence of 5 hydroxy group in glucose. Then presence of straight chain of carbon atom in glucose. On heating glucose with concentrated hydroiodic acid in the presence of red phosphorus at 373 Kelvin, it will reduce into N-hexane and to iodohexane. This indicates that 6 carbon atoms in glucose are arranged in a straight line. This conclusion is further supported by the observation that if the glucose is treated with hydrogen cyanide, then it will change into glucose cyanohydrin. On hydrolysis, the glucose cyanohydrin and subsequently reduction with hydroiodic acid and red phosphorus, it will yield heptanoic acid, which is a straight chain compound. So these reactions suggested the presence of straight chain of carbon atom in glucose. Then open chain structure of D plus glucose. In light of these various reactions, it can be concluded that glucose contains a straight chain of 6 carbon atoms, in which one end carbon atom is in the form of aldehyde group and other carbon atom carry primary alcoholic group. And the third one is that the each remaining 4 carbon atom carry a hydrogen atom and a hydroxyl group to account for the presence of 5 hydroxyl group and 12 hydrogen atom in all. In keeping with this conclusion, the following open chain structure is proposed for the glucose. So it will having aldehyde group at one end and one primary alcoholic group on the other hand. Four are the secondary alcoholic group with total 5 hydroxyl group in the molecule of glucose. This above aldohexo structure of glucose can be satisfactorily explain all the fact as we can discuss in the various reaction. Further, the structure of glucose can be confirmed by the oxidative cleavage of glucose with the help of pyridic acid, which is also called Malaprate reagent. In this case, glucose can undergo oxidative cleavage of carbon-carbon bond and it can consume 5 mole of pyridic acid and give 1 mole of formaldehyde and 5 mole of formic acids. So let us consider this reaction. This one is the glucose, and first of all this bond can undergo oxidative cleavage with the consumption of first mole of pyridic acid. So it can give the formic acids. Then further this bond can undergo oxidative cleavage. The second mole of pyridic acid will consumed out. It can again give second mole of formic acid. Then again this bond can undergo oxidative cleavage with the consumption of third mole of pyridic acid. Again it can give third mole of formic acid. This bond can again undergo oxidative cleavage and fourth mole of pyridic acid will consumed out with the formation of fourth mole of formic acid. In last, this carbon-carbon bond, it can further undergo oxidative cleavage with the consumption of fifth molecule of pyridic acid, and it can lead to the formation of fifth mole of formic acid with aldehyde. So this reaction will show that in glucose there are at least 5 bonds of carbon-carbon are present, which can undergo oxidative cleavage with the help of pyridic acids. Then configuration of D plus glucose. The structure proposed for the glucose has 4 chiral atoms. So this one is the carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So in this case carbon number 2, 3, 4 and 5, these are the chiral carbon atom. Therefore the total number of total possible stereoisomer in this case is 2, and that is equal to 2 raised to the power 4. The total number of chiral carbon atom in this case, that is 4, so it is equal to 16. So in this case all the 16 stereoisomer are known. They are either synthesized or isolated from the natural sources in the form of 8 pair of enantiomer. The naturally occurring D plus glucose is only one of the 16 stereoisomer having a specific configuration. So this one is the structure of D plus glucose. The absolute configuration of D plus glucose is assigned with the help of relating its configuration with D plus glyceraldehyde. So it is all about the structure of the D plus glucose.